What's going on, everybody? Rocker Dead here, back again with another video. This is my Here's Negan episode review. This is my season 10 episode 22 review of the Walking Dead TV series. This is my review of the Here's Negan episode that came out yesterday night, and I have to admit, it was amazing. Just the setting, the feel, the build up, the fleshed outness of Negan, Lucille, Franklin, those characters, the main bad guy in the episode, just wow. It's like wow for a TV series episode. Wow, was this just amazing. It wasn't what I was expecting it to be, like, a complete, rewrite of Here's Negan comic. But thank God that wasn't the case. But the episode was really good. Let's talk about some of the things in the episode. It starts off with Negan going into that cabin, and he is looking at the fire, and he's just a little disappointed in himself. Well, that's what it looks like. And then you have him hallucinating of himself, and I'm like, that, oh my goodness. I'm like, and then, like, hallucination Negan is talking to the real Negan, and he is fucking joking around. He's like joking with him, and then you have Negan talking to hallucination Negan, like talking to, like, make believe, like, talking to himself, saying like, oh, you're a clown. And I was just cracking up because that's so fucking funny, because season 6, 7, 8, Negan was a clown, always, making jokes. The humor, the comic book Negan humor. That's why Negan is the jokester he is. And I like that part. That part was really good. Let's go to the next thing in the episode. His wife, Haley Burton, was fantastic in this episode. She was fantastic as Lucille, and I don't really see anybody playing Lucille other than her, because of how good her performance was in this episode. It was just amazing. When she blacked out, when she found out that Negan was sleeping with the other chick, because in the comics she sleeps with this other chick. And then she finds out and gets a little upset, and she gets a little upset at him for a while. I like that in the episode. It really shows, like, all in the past, like way before the apocalypse, or days before the apocalypse. It shows how much of a dick he was to his wife, cheating on her, not being there when when that meeting was coming up with the doctor. How he was making excuses on why he couldn't be there, and then her having no other choice but to go by herself, and then to learn she has cancer, and then for her to also learn that her husband has been cheating on her this whole time, just really just angers her. That's another big positive in this episode. Let's talk about character return I was not expecting to come back. That is Laura's return. I'm like, no way. I mean, when I heard that they're gonna bring back somebody for the Here's Negan episode, I was questioning, like, who was it gonna be? Was it gonna be Dwight? Was it gonna be Sherry? Was it gonna be Simon? Was it gonna be Morales? Okay, who was it? Who was this character gonna come back? And I was not expecting it to be Laura. I was just in shock when they brought her back unexpectedly, when she hit Negan with that bat in the episode, which eventually becomes Negan's bat, which she names Lucille after his dead wife. That was actually pretty cool. I was not expecting her to come back in this episode. I think the actress did a fantastic job in this episode. I feel like it sucks like looking back at it now, that they killed her off because of how good she was as a character in the beginning of season 10, especially in 9. Like, come on. I don't know. I mean, it'll be nice if she comes back for season 11, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, maybe they could pull off a return for her, but I just don't know. I just don't know how they would do something like that. But I mean, but don't get me wrong, it was great to see her again this episode. It was so unexpected. I was like, wow, they actually brought her back, and the dude, the doctor was actually revealed to be Laura's father, Franklin. Franklin, the doctor we meet in this episode, is revealed that that's the dad, and I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty cool because in the comics they didn't really. I don't think Laura in the comics ever mentioned her family, but I mean that was actually pretty cool to have, like, a family member related to her in this episode. Yeah, let's get into another really good positive. The way they set up, like the potential, like the foreshadowing, like you heard the song playing, Negan saying, I love you so much, something like that. We eventually know that it's gonna lead to a death, which does lead to a death, unfortunately, which breaks Negan to the core. So yeah, that's crazy. But the foreshadowing in the character development in this episode was just like, wow, just well done. Whoever wrote this episode, fantastic job. You, like, wow, just amazing. Anyway, enough of me rambling about how good this episode was. Another positive was Lucille getting Negan a present, and it is revealed that the present is the leather jacket, and I actually like that because it feels nice, like it feel like for something fresh, it definitely feels like something really sweet, bittersweet. Like, wow, like his wife has gotten him a present, especially after all the crazy shit he's put her through. He got her he got him a present, and it is revealed to be the leather jacket, the famous comic book leather jacket that Negan always wears in the show and in the comics. That's something really amazing. For something just for the show, it's really good and it feels amazing and fresh, and it's a bittersweet moment because obviously in the comics that never happens or never got to happen. But I mean that's something that's just amazing and well done in this episode. This episode was amazing. I don't have any complaints whatsoever. I can go on and on and on about what made this episode one of the best episodes ever in the whole Walking Dead TV series. But yeah, let's get into another thing that went on in the episode was the death of Lucille. To be honest with you guys, I feel like those guys broke in and killed her, because if she was gonna, end her, like if she was gonna end her life herself, why did she have that big bruise on her head? It makes no sense. Like, why would she have that bruise on her head, and why would she tie herself to the bed like that if she was gonna end her life? To be honest with you guys, I feel like those guys broke in, stole her medicine, possibly, did some evil, crazy shit, and then killed her, which makes sense because it doesn't make any sense at all for her to just end her life out of nowhere. It just makes no type of sense. It makes more sense that those dudes, broke in and killed her like that, which makes sense, which is why Negan kills a bad guy towards the end of the episode, and why he just gets so pissed off, why he just grabs the barbed wire on the bat and goes full-fledged comic book Negan on these guys. which in the end actually got what was coming to them anyway because of how bad of people they were. But I mean, shit. I mean that shows in the zombie apocalypse how crazy shit could happen. But I mean, just wow how that whole thing was executed. The Death of Lucille, Negan finding her in that room, and Negan have no other choice but to burn the house down, fucking hit the mailbox and go back all the way to that bar to save Laura and Franklin from these idiots, these medicine stealing dicks who pretty much murdered his own wife. So yeah. But I mean, yeah, this episode was just amazing. Like, just wow. Just wow. Like, from beginning, middle to end, this episode was just fantastic. It's way better than season 10, episode 21, because that episode, from what I heard, was just garbage and not good of an episode. But I mean, it's really good, and I loved every minute of it. And I for someone who stopped watching the show 2 years ago, for me to come back to watch this episode was just amazing. It was just fantastic. It felt like a fresh, a breath of fresh air. Like, wow, this is just amazing. I might consider, what, come to think of it, I might consider watching The Walking Dead season 11. I haven't decided yet, but it depends on who they bring back, because they said they're bringing back a dead character we believe to be dead, and like, I don't know, something like that, like a character we believe to be dead will come back in season 11, something like that. I wonder if I don't know why, but I wonder if it's either Morgan's son or Laura. I don't know why, but it has to be one of those two. I feel like, I mean, it could be Laura, but at the same time, I don't know how they would do a return for her. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. If they bring back, like, Laura, or like, Morgan's son, you have to go deep into detail. Like, you got to explain it. You can't just bring back the character. It's like, oh, it doesn't matter. You can't do something like that. You have to fully explain it. But I mean, anyway, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But this episode again was fantastic. The only negative in this episode was Maggie. Like, I didn't understand the whole point of having. Don't get me wrong, Maggie's an awesome character. I just didn't see the point of them having her in this episode. Like, what was the point of having a character like Maggie in the episode if her and Negan was going to have, like, another conversation, or if something was going to go down. Like, I didn't see the whole point of that. I mean, I don't know, maybe a part of Negan wants to die, but doesn't know how to say that to anybody, or say that to, I don't know, to Maggie or Daryl. I don't know. But I mean, I don't know, maybe he does want to die and we just don't know it. But that's definitely a negative. Like, why would you have Maggie in the episode if she wasn't going to say anything or do anything, or if they weren't going to have, like, another conversation between her and Negan? It just makes no sense. I just didn't see the point, in my opinion. I just didn't see it. But anyway, yeah, I would say that's the only negative I have about this episode. But I mean, the episode overall was still, like, my goodness, like, wow. But I mean, anyway, enough of me rambling. I'm gonna give my rating for this episode. My rating for this episode will have to be a 9.5 out of 10, because this episode was just amazing and I loved every minute of it. And it was just really good. And I know some of you guys in the comments could agree with me, like, hey, this episode was pretty good. This episode was fire, blah blah. Yeah, this episode was amazing, and I just, wow. I feel like in terms of The Walking Dead, they can definitely do more things with Negan if they wanted to, and I can't wait to see what happens next week with Negan. But yeah, we'll see what happens. You never say never. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. Have a fit. Excuse me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay tuned for season 2, episode 5 of my Welcome to Reboot series going this Thursday. And I will see you guys in the next one. And as always, peace out.